Lovely ladies, I'm jumping on here to talk about, as you know, pre-menopause and menopause. So of course menopause is when you've actually stopped having periods, and pre-menopause is the time before that, which can be 10 years or so. And the kind of typical approach to any kind of hormonal change can sometimes be this desire to cover up or somehow kind of level out your emotions. And it's really got me pondering, because as I'm going through the premenopause myself and have been for the last few years, and I feel it intensifying certainly in the last year or so. I'm 51, I'm going to be 52 in May. The average age of actually ending your periods and actually finishing the menopause is typically 52. I suspect it will be a bit longer for me if I look at my family genetics. And the sort of typical approach is to kind of smooth out the emotions. You don't want to, have too many emotions. I'm getting too emotional. Give me some HRT so I don't have to feel, or so I don't have to, I'm not so tearful, And the thing is that emotion and feeling it's like a window to your soul. Why would you want to crush that? Why would you want to suppress that? I'm not saying you want to be, a shriveling sort of tearful wreck 24/7. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that premenopause is an invitation back to yourself. It's an invitation to the truth of who you are, whether that's in the pit of fear and angst, wanting to burn the house down, or whether it's the heights of joy and ecstasy. Premenopause is a roller coaster. Hormones are not the cause. They are certainly the trigger. They're the messengers. They are revealing to us what's going on at a much deeper level, emotionally and physically. And hormonal change is basically serving up our shit. Anything that doesn't align with our souls, any thoughts or feelings that are not in alignment with our inner being. And that will be, all sorts of difficult emotions like fear or angst, anger, whatever. So why am I coming on here today? Because at the moment, it's really powerful what's going on with the planet, and you may be really feeling it. And if you're going through premenopause or any kind of hormonal change, if you're pregnant, if you're an adolescent, you'll be feeling it more than others. You will be so sensitive to what is going on around you and on the planet. And you can either see that as a really negative thing and want to suppress it somehow, or you could step up to the invitation to discover those deeper parts of yourself that have been locked away all this time, and give yourself the time to, if you can, even if it's just, as Alexandra Pope says from the Red School, who's a master with the menstrual cycle and menopause, she says even if you can just claim 1% of your day, 1 hour of your day, to just go within, take a breath, meditate, journal, just connect with your inner self. I spend most of my time doing that right now, because for me there is so much to mine. There is so much stuff to mine, and I haven't chosen to come onto this planet to kind of pussyfoot around. I have come here to magnify my gifts, to evolve as fully as I can, to bring my best self to the table for my benefit and for all of whoever I come into contact with the whole world around me. And that is no mean feat. You know, that's a big deal. You know, some people have come here and you know, are wanting a slightly lighter, easier experience. But I think for most of humanity right now, again, if we look at the astrology, and since 1985, and then quite poignantly in 2012, we have moved into what we call the photon belt. So you basically have about, I think it's 11 periods of galactic night over a 2,000 year period, I think it is, and it's split into, no, hang on, 22,000 year period, I think, and it's split into 2,000 year cycles. And most of it is galactic night. And then there's 2 periods within that time that are called the photon belt. And that is a massive shedding of light onto the planet, which creates a huge transformation within the species on the planet. I mean, it's a massive evolution. It's a massive speeding up of everything. And that reveals to us everything that isn't working. It doesn't mean you're off walking into the light feeling amazing. It reveals to us all of the shadow aspects of our personalities, the shadow aspects of the planet, the shadow aspects of humans. And so that's why you see this huge juxtaposition on the planet right now of real evil behavior, vile behavior, and then the extremes of incredible human compassion and sacrifice and altruism. You've got the 2 extremes, and it's extraordinary to watch it unfold. And if you're going through hormonal change and pre-menopause, my God, you're going to be feeling every ounce of what is going on within you and around you and what's being triggered for you. So if you're choosing to do pre-menopause the natural way, you know, be prepared to, if you can, find the time to take care of yourself and to delve in deep and to acknowledge the feelings you're having. And remember that the research shows that emotions only last 17 seconds. The reason that they continue is because of memory, because we're reminding ourselves, we're repeating the memory in our minds. So the anger or the fear or the jealousy or the feeling of rejection or abandonment goes on because it's a memory, it's a patterning. But the actual experience of the emotion, if we can feel it, allow it, and let it pass through, is simply 17 seconds. But we hold on to it if it triggers stuff from our past. And that's why a huge amount of the work I do is to get underneath what's happened, what's being triggered for you emotionally in any moment, and to give you the tools to support you through that. Because if you don't address those emotions and they build up in your system, they will create havoc. They will create physical imbalance. And that's when you get the horrendous physical menopause symptoms, whether that's poor sleep, hot flushes, and the mental emotional issues of anxiety, low mood, you know, wanting to burn the house down 1 minute and then jump for joy the next. And it's allowing all of that. It's allowing all of that, the rich landscape of this experience of the menopause. It's not comfortable. I'm going through it. It is not comfortable. But by God, when you mine it for everything that you can and do the inner work and take the time to take care of yourself and address what these feelings are and where they come from, and then start to give yourself what you really need. What does your inner child need in that moment? All of that work, that stuff, it is so worth it for creating a foundation to change your health picture on all levels, mentally, emotionally, and physically, and also spiritually, so that you can then move into the 4th phase of your life, which starts around your 60s. That's the final phase of your life, feeling good about yourself, feeling whole, complete, with good boundaries, feeling strong, powerful, brave, and all of that stuff. And menopause or pre-menopause is an invitation to do that. And like I say, if you're struggling, get in touch, jump on a call, you know, let's talk it through, because I am here for you 100%. Lots of love. Mwah. Bye for now.